Welcome back to Barry Charles Harness, your one-stop shop for everything harness racing in Australia and New Zealand. Well, tonight's episode, you are going to see the great Christian Cullen, his 30-year-old on the track, getting it done. Absolutely outstanding. We're going to check out the video right here, right now, of the champion going out onto the track with Brian O'Meara. The 30-year-old walking around. It's great to see that the great Christian Cullen was here. Let's roll the tape, and then after that we're going to look at the Interdominion finals. Yes, going to go runner for runner for the Pacers final, and then just a quick preview of the trotters, because it's really only a 3-horse race in the trotters. Let's get to it. Yes, the great Christian Cullen.
23, 24 years, so it was incredible to see him. There's B.A. O'Meara to his left there, leading him along with Sam Langrope, who's done such a great job with the team at Dancing on Moonlight. It was awesome to have him here. And didn't he handle himself beautifully? I mean, this was his track. He won a New Zealand Cup beating Heracles. He won a New Zealand free-for-all. He won as a 3-year-old against the older horses in the old Monsanto Mile. So, and wearing that dress rug, I was lucky enough to be there the night he won that Miracle Mile, and the late Danny Campbell let him down. You know, it was awesome to see.
Oh, great to see Christian Cullen out on the track. Absolutely outstanding. We salute you, Christian Cullen. Now, the Interdominions. Yes, that's what you're all here for. We are going to look at it runner by runner, the Interdominion. So I'm going to take you through my tips, my selections, my thoughts on the race for each runner. See what their chances are in the Pacers final. Yes, be there or be there. I will see you there in Menangle on Saturday night. Remember to come up and high five. I'm friendly. Let's get to it. Yes, number 1, Jillaby Nitro for Peter Rickson and Will Rickson. Yes, can Jillaby Nitro do it? Well, he's been blessed with a couple of good draws. They're not so good draw at Bathurst. He's been a draw-dependent horse. He's drawn beautifully at 1. The question mark for Jillaby Nitro is, best case scenario, he trails Don Hugo. That's best case scenario. But more than likely, he'll be 3 or 4 deep on the inside and be just looking for luck and having the soft run. I think that's what he's going to need anyway. His career stats, he had 77 starts with 16 wins and 28 minor places. And on the track itself, in Menangle, had 28 starts with 7 wins and 10 minor places. I think he's a top 4 chance. Any chance of winning the final? His only chance of winning the final is Don Hugo leads and he trails. That's the only chance Jillaby Nitro has. And I can see it happening, but then I can't see it. I think it's a bit of a roll the dice sort of thing. He does that. He might have to work too hard. It's going to be interesting because Dangerous is going to come out too, I think. And then he got all these horses. My Moonlight Dream, Narano, Curly James, Jamati. It's a fast front line, and Jillaby Nitro will not be holding the lead, that's for sure. I'll be stunned if it does. So bit pressure on there. Great story, and if it runs top 4, good on them. He'll probably be closer to the finish than others, I think, just from the draw. Should run in the top 6. Number 2, Dangerous. There's no doubt been the horse of the series. It's been defined, no doubt about it. Out of obscurity for the Shane Sanderson and Ryan Sanderson team here. He needs to trail. He needs to lead and let Don Hugo go to the lead. He's got to drive it their way regardless. Got to try and get past Jillaby Nitro, try and get their pegs run and hope for the best after that. Because My Moonlight Dream will be coming. It's going to be an absolute thing here. Don Hugo pulls back. He's going to be back for a while and then push forward. Might be the best way to go for him as well. But Dangerous is an interesting one. There's a bit of a world of hurt from me. He goes back and he could be way back before everything settles down, and you'll have the likes of Captain's Knock and Minstrel coming around. There's a lot of fireworks early in this race. Absolute fireworks. It's going to be interesting. Because if Curly James, Jamati and Arano go forward as well, Don Hugo decides to go back, this is what could happen. My Moonlight Dream leads, and then Curly James leads, and then Arano goes to the lead. I'll be stunned if Narano tries holds the lead, and then it will give the likes of Don Hugo the chance. But it's Minstrel pull for Minstrel If he can pull through somehow and get past, he could lead. So these are the permutations if Don Hugo goes back. That's why I'm saying I'm not 100% sure he's going to go back in the big one, in the bigger dance. But you don't want to be burning petrol at the start either. That's the hard thing. My Moonlight Dream has the most gate speed, but could have to work too hard to get there. But if he got there easily enough, there's a big chance as well in this final. It's going to be huge. Dangerous is definitely up there with a chance of winning this race. He needs a lot to go right. To be honest, I don't think he can be fall back the outside and comes flying over the top and winning. I don't think he's that horse. He's got to be close to the pace for him to win. So Dangerous, definitely a big chance, but not sure about the run and transit. That's gonna be the problem for Dangerous. But if he gets the right run, he's one of the top chances in this race. But obviously the horse to beat is Don Hugo. Number 3, Don Hugo. He's definitely jumped the level after in the first run, and he's gone bang bang. Thank you, ma'am. It's going to be interesting if he really does push the button early, or he waits and tries to go around. Will the lead be there? It depends on who's in the lead by then. That is the permutations that Don Hugo has, because there's going to be a lot of horses. Captain Knock will probably be trying to get off Minstrel. These horses will be trying to get in front of Don Hugo as well if he pulls back. That's why I'm thinking potentially Don Hugo leads with Dangerous in the trail. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think that's a potential. But then my Dream might just have too much gate speed anyway. But I think Don Hugo has to go forward. He doesn't have to lead. He just needs to push up enough forward to probably make those ones out wider, struggle to get past them early. I think that's going to be the key. Can let my Moonlight Dream go past, but then you'll be going straight in front of him. That is best case scenario for Don Hugo. Let my Moonlight, he gets the lead. Don Hugo probably wins the final. Probably the easiest scenario for Don Hugo, and maybe the most likely scenario. But there is a lot of permutations when the Rana comes through. Minstrel can come through the back. It's gonna be an interesting race. Very interesting. His career stats: 14 starts on this track, 6 wins, 6 minor places. It tells you this horse is ready to rock and roll. He's a big chance, Don Hugo, winning this final. He is definitely one of the horses to beat in the final when he's got the chance to do it. My Moonlight Dream has only one option: lead, and hopefully try Don Hugo. Does that, big top 4 chance. If he has to work too hard and then you're 3-4 deep the peaks, it might be a struggle from there for the team. But I think my Moonlight Dream is a big chance. He's 11 starts on the track, 2 wins and 6 minor places, so he's a place chance. She's a place chance. For me, I think my Moonlight Dream, if she does not get the lead, curtains, game over. She runs in the back of the field. But if she gets the lead in a soft run, she is a big hope in the final. And I think she's a good top 4 play, but no guarantee if she has to work too hard, folks. Yes, that's the only question I have for my Moonlight Dream. So it's going to be, see what they do with my Moonlight Dream, Seat and Grima. It's going to be interesting to see what they try to do there, if they push the go button or not. Let's have a look at the next horse in the field with a big scorching head, scratching head drive. Curly James. What is Cameron Hart gonna do? What's he gonna do with the Jason Gripson horse? Can he get the lead? Follow my Moonlight Dream, get the lead, and then trail either Don Hugo and Narano. Can he do that? If he does that, he's a big chance in the final. Another one with a big chance. But if he doesn't get that run and he's parked or fall back the outside, he's just paddling home. Top 6 at best. I just don't think he's racing good enough. But again, a lot of these horses, if they get the trail behind the right horse, they can win. But if they don't get their trail, they're further back, I'd say they'll be struggling to win this final. But that is probably the best chance of them winning the final, I think. Jason Gripson's going to be the first trainer since Brian Hancock and Mark Penn to win with 3 different horses. This is the horse to do it. Narano's just not racing well enough for mine to be a chance in this final. So it's going to be interesting how this one plays out. Yeah, I'm just not 100% sure what they're going to do. Number 6, Terry. Yes. Number 6, yes. He's been another one revelation for the series. 2 food placings from 4 back to peaks. He's not going to get that same sort of run. I don't think this time he's going to be 5 or 6 deep this time. I think Terry going to be too far back on a hot pace. He might be running on better than the others, but I still don't think he runs top 6. I think he's going to struggle. 6 at best, I'd say, for Terry. For the Darren Biskin, Josh Gallagher team, good luck to them, but I just don't think he'll be able to do what he needs to do to get over the top. Narano, what did I wait up? Jamati, sorry, number 7. Jamati leads and trails. That's the only hope he's got. He's got to come out. They will. If they sit back, he runs last. If they go to the lead, he probably runs last as well because he's going to have to work too hard. But yes, I think they'll just try and whip the whistle, and then I think he'll end up parked somewhere and then be pushed back and he'll be running near the last Jamati. I just think he's going to have to work too hard. Similar for me for Narano, but Narano has a bit more gate speed. Narano's the enigma for me in this race. He can lead. I've got no doubts in my mind if he wants to lead, and why he's chosen to go for this horse, Josh Callahan, because he thinks this horse is going to lead. And I think he can do that and then hand up to a Don Hugo, captain's knock, whatever. But I think he's not racing good enough, and I think he's going to paddle. But they could give Curly James 3 deep, and he's a chance. This is what, for Narada, his chances to lead and trail. That's his only hope, and hope he runs up to his best. If he runs up to his best, he can clearly win the race. But I just don't think he's racing well enough, and you hardly ever see a horse racing badly and win the final. It's generally doesn't happen. So, but if they can find out a miracle how to do it, and he's a top 4 chance. But if he doesn't get the lead and he's back in the field, he has no hope. So they will be coming out early as well. So it's going to be an interesting final. I don't know if Don Hugo even gets the lead, but he probably eventually get there. He probably has the respect of most horses, but who's going to be on his back? Most likely Narano, I think, but it could be dangerous. It could be my Moonlight Dream. It could be whole lot of horses. Going to be an interesting one. Could be even Minstrel if he gets through. It's gonna be an absolute big race to watch, folks. I'm telling you that now. Now the draw that nobody wants is Captain's Knock. He is either going to be 4 or 5 deep on the inside, 3 deep at best. And that might not be a bad thing in an angle. If he's 3 deep on the inside, he's a chance. He can win. But I think more than likely he's going to get off the markers and then he's going to end up parked. Maybe the 1-1 following Minstrel. I think that's his best case scenario. And then he's a big chance of winning. He, to me, is in the top 3 horses in this race on current form. The series with Minstrel and Don Hugo as well as dangerous. They're the top 4 in terms of form lines, and you'd expect it to come. The winner will come out of these horses more than likely, but the draws have really hurt Captain's Knock and Narano and Minstrel. But yes, yeah, to me, Captain's Knock, even though, yeah, and this is the thing, he's at 24 starts at Menangle, he's won 12 and a couple of placings. He'll either win or not come in. That's more than likely what will happen with Captain's Knock. And it's going to be interesting. If he gets the 1-1 or 3 deep on the inside, he can win. Otherwise, if he's further back, he might be struggling to run top 4. But he's definitely racing good enough to be in the top 4. Yes, well, after Captain's Knock, where do you go? Max Delight. The horse with the most racing, the 8-year-old, been injured for a year, come back and still racing great race. He's been consistent all series, sitting park most of the time and just doing his best work at the finish. Will he end up in that similar position again? I don't know. I guess they won't sit back and find out, so he'll be there at some stage, but he could be 3 back on the outside. If he gets a chance, he's definitely a top 4 chance for David Aiken and the team. He's probably tougher than most, so he's probably going to run top 6, but I don't really see him as a top 3 chance from the draw. If he was able to go to the trail, then I'd say yes. But you never know. If they work their magic, get 3 deep, 4 deep on the pegs or something, anything is possible for Max Delight. I wouldn't be surprised if Max Delight won. Put it this way. Definitely a bolter's chance of winning the race, but I just don't see it. Minstrel outside him. The only WA runner here for the Bond team, Denny Roberts on it. Minstrel is the enigma. I think Minstrel is going to end up parked. If he gets the 1-1, then he might be a chance. Can he somehow lead? There's a possibility. If he comes out and he gets past Don Hugo, lets all the other horses around him and that'll go past him, then he gets the lead. Minstrel can win the race. Will it happen? I doubt it, but there's just a little bit of chance it can happen. If he does, he's probably the horse to beat. If he leads or trails, Minstrel is a big chance. And the way he ran the other week, well, I just don't think he will be able to do that again and beat these horses. He's definitely a top 4 player, Minstrel, but a lot of it's going to come down to luck in the running. And Pete said so. It's pretty lucky to be in the field for Kieran Morrison. He got a beautiful peak run 3 deep the inside at Bathurst to make the final. He's a good horse, but he's drawn poorly, and he's more likely to run in the bottom back of the field just by the draw, unfortunately. If he'd drawn well, he could have been a top 4 player, but from the draw, it's going to be a world of hurt. He's going to be back in the field and will need a lot of luck, and probably at best running 8th. I can't see him running much closer than that, to be honest, and I can't find a better man. If he somehow gets a run in this race, he will not be winning. The trotters, yes, the trotters, as I said, it's a 3-horse race. Who will lead? That's probably the question mark here. We could put a 4-horse, we could try and push for the lead here. But Kiang Chucky will hand up to the locomotive. It's just whether or not Queen Elida wants to push to go down and try and go past. Mufasa Metro has gate speed too, could come out. He hasn't been able to get past the locomotive, but Queen Elida, Chris Alford might push to go down, and I think he will lead. I think Queen Elida will lead the whole race. He may not, but if he leads, it's a chance for Queen Elida to win. But if the locomotive leads and Queen Elida's back in the field and Kiang Chucky's in the trail, wow, there's a world of hurt for Queen Elida. So that's the 2 ways of the race. Queen Elida can only win if she leads, or if she somehow gets a trail behind the locomotive, or Kiang Chucky galloped. That would be her chance. I think only one of those 2 will win it. Kiang Chucky is a chance from the trail position, but I just don't see him winning. But definitely, if the other 2 gallop, there's a chance. Then outside that, you're really battling. Alvar Vera is a chance, maybe 3 deep on the inside. But Taurus Ride has a little bit of gate speed, might be able to hold 3 deep. 3 deep the markers, but Taurus Rose no chance. Speed Lover's not a chance in this final. And obviously Alabama Vera and Parisianatus are chances in the final, but Parisianatus is going to probably have to do too much work. If she got a soft run, she's a chance, but she would be another big chance. But I'm going to put Queen Elida on top. Maybe the New Zealand flavour for me, Queen Elida. The locomotive's clearly the horse to beat. Kiang Chucky could easily be the Quinella. And then I'm putting out Baron Zeus in for 4th with Baron Fair and Parisian Artist. Those top 6 will more than likely be the top 6 home. Plymouth Chubb at his best is a chance, but it's not racing well enough. And Mufasa Metro would need to lead to be a chance. And the rest are just peddling, to be honest. Not up to this class of horse. Great that they got into the final, but they haven't really got the form to really even deserve to be in the final. With a lot of horses pulling out, that's what happens. But anyway, this is Barry Charles Harness for this episode. I'll see you all in Menangle, the ones that are going there, or see you on TV maybe. Have a great day out there.